and welcome to another episode of Coach's Commentary. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the role leg spinners have played generally in different formats of cricket and also in the IPL and also for Team India. If you look at India's cricket history, we've had some fantastic leg spinners going back to the days of Subhash Gupte and then Bhagwat Chandrasekhar, then V.V. Kumar. They all were great spinners. People would have heard a lot about their exploits, and Bhagwat Chandrasekhar obviously fashioned a lot of victories for Team India. And then in the mid 80s, one young leg spinner burst into the scene and made a superb impact and also proved in the process that leg spinners have a role to play in white ball cricket as well. Lakshman Ramakrishnan, along with Ravi Shastri, was instrumental in India doing extraordinarily well to win the WCC championship in the mid 80s in Australia. After Lakshman Ramakrishnan, one bespectacled leg spinner emerged from Karnataka. And then he ensured that he played for a long, long time for India across all formats. He, along with Shane Warne, ensured that the art of leg spin was never going to be extinct because they inspired a lot of youngsters to take up the difficult art of leg spin by succeeding across all formats. They both were extraordinarily inspirational, and of course, their exploits will be spoken about for a long, long period of time to come as well. If you look at Indian cricket, they've always had a fair share of leg spinners to bank on, and the tradition is continuing. So much so that Yuzvendra Chahal went on to become the highest wicket taker in the IPL just last night. He's been one who has endeared himself with his funny videos and also with the fact that he practiced day in and day out to develop his wares and also develop the guile and to succeed as well as he's done in the most difficult of formats in cricket. Yes, we all know about the pitches being very flat, and we also know about the boundaries being smaller in most of the venues in certain pockets, but that has not deterred Yuzvendra Chahal to succeed extraordinarily well. It's not just that one leg spinner has succeeded. If you have a look at the top five wicket takers in the history of IPL so far, you will have two more accompanying him in that. In the third position is Piyush Chawla, and then there is Amit Mishra, and of course the fifth one is the lone finger spinner Ravichandran Ashwin. Leg spinners, be it from India or be it from abroad, they've always done extraordinarily well in white ball cricket as well. But however, what has been interesting in recent times is that Indian cricket has been blowing a little bit of hot and cold towards the leg spinners in terms of selection and in terms of their being accommodated in the 11. Yes, accommodation is not something that team managements resort to in sport, but it's interesting that despite the repeated and consistency that the wrist spinners have shown, both in domestic cricket and in the IPL, uh, all these wrist spinners that I've spoken about, Chahal, Chawla, and Mishra, they're not really figured in as many internationals as one would have thought they had, given the fact that they've been around for a long, long time. Yes, horses for courses is the cliched phrase that you'll get to hear, but nonetheless, it is important that Indian cricket also looks at ensuring that they find a leg spinner who can be effective across formats. For the simple reason, leg spinners can be, and it has been done in the past. And we also have a lot of young leg spinners who can be groomed as well in the future. We have Rahul Chahar, we have Mayank Markandeya, we have Ravi Bishnoi, and then there's this effervescent Suyash Sharma who's burst into the scene as well. This is something which is very heartening because Indian cricket has a lot of leg spinners to look forward to in the future. And the critical thing about having them is to try and ensure that they are helped in honing their skills on a regular basis at the NCA by conducting a lot of focus camps for them. This is something which is going to be really important for the development of leg spinners and also for inspiring the others to take up leg spin as well. Yes, we will have a few dry patches where the leg spinners may not succeed, like Rahul Char is finding out in this current IPL. Why? Even one of the best bowlers in the T20 format, Sunil Narayan, is also having a dry patch now. So these things do happen now and then, but that doesn't mean that leg spinners need to be kind of treated any differently than they have been in the past. So let's try and quickly see as to what made these leg spinners succeed in the IPL to the extent that they've done. You're talking about Yuzi Chahal. He's a classical leg spinner in that he likes to make the ball uh, dip and turn by imparting a lot of spin. He does like to flight the ball as well. So a conventional leg spinner, and he's also got a good googly too. And the other thing that is also remarkable about Yuzi Chal is that he's a thinking cricketer. It's not a surprise at all because he was a highly gifted chess player in the junior level, and he obviously chose cricket over chess. But he's using all his uh, intelligence out here on the cricket field, and perhaps in his mind, he's playing a game of chess in a big open field. However, the important thing here is that uh, the white ball format of the game has not made him compromise on his basic characteristics that is critical for a leg spinner. I'm talking about the imparting of spin and also tossing the ball up and making it dip and turn. If you're talking about Piyush Chawla, obviously he's had a fire by baptism as far as IPL is concerned. He was with the Kings 11 Punjab, as it was called then. And it's no fun for a leg spinner playing on those flat or generally quicker tracks at Mohali or Dharamshala. Those venues generally are considered as venues where fast bowlers have a huge role to play, and the ball nicely comes onto the bat, and it's definitely something that will pose a lot of challenges for a leg spinner. But Piyush Chawla has done extraordinarily well, and his economy rate of just under 8 is fantastic, considering that he had to bowl on those flat tracks. Of course, he had the benefit of playing on helpful surfaces at Eden Gardens when he switched over to KKR after a stint with the Kings 11 Punjab. And he utilized that advantage to the maximum. Yes, things even out, and that's what sport and life is all about. If you're talking about Amit Mishra, he's perhaps the more experienced of the lot, and he's also been around longer than the other two I've been. And the the interesting thing about him is that he has carried on bowling the way he knows to bowl. By that I mean there are a lot of theories floated that he's too slow in there. He needs to bowl slightly quicker through there in order to fox the batters, in order to be a lot more successful. But he stuck to whatever it is that he thinks will work best for him. And obviously that has fetched him the kind of success he would have expected to, because each cricketer will bank on what he can do best to perhaps achieve his expectations, and that's exactly what Amit Mishra has done. As far as Ashwin is concerned, he is also like Chahal, another cerebral cricketer who likes to constantly think out of the box and develop a lot more variations, if possible, in each and every season. And that's the reason he succeeded across formats. Yes, he's not been figuring of late for Team India in white ball cricket at all. And he would be hoping that the World Cup in the later part of the year will be his best bet to perhaps uh, figure in the list of Team India These are all veteran cricketers who have shown that spinners can be really successful in white ball cricket and also in the T20 format where things can be really, really challenging for the spinners. And what is important now is for Team India to try and groom uh, wrist spinners that are there in the scene and try and find an option which will really be very useful across formats because we all know leg spinners are capable, or wrist spinners for that matter, are capable of winning matches even in red ball cricket too. Yeah, the reason why I stressed wrist spinners is because we also have Kuldeep Yadav, who's gradually getting back his craft and his confidence, and he's been doing really well for the Delhi Capitals this season in the IPL. Yes, he, along with Chahal, were um, a part of the Indian team as a combo, but then both of them have lost their way. So there's everything for both of them to play for, and they got a lot of cricket left in them, which means that we can still hope that both of them will get back into Team India and win us matches. But the important thing will be to zoom in on the good leg spinners that we have and help them hone their skills on a regular basis and also try and see if we can get a leg spinner playing on a regular basis for Team India. So, whether this is something that will happen in the near future is what I would like to see. I'll be curious to see. And hopefully, the tradition of leg spinners being accorded that special place in Indian cricket will continue as well. That's it from me on this episode. And like I always say when I sign off, until I catch up with you next time, be good and stay safe.